Hello and welcome to part 2 of The Maiden, Mother, and Crone, a scene for the Living World of Darkness, Changeling the Dreaming 20th Anniversary venue. And we last left our protagonists, because at this point I hesitate to call them heroes, in the deep dreaming, where Misha and Amber have successfully retrieved the steel for the mother, and Cararis and Squire Christian are now in hot pursuit of the screaming tree, a small sapling letting out a very young wail. Go, boys!
So Charles is observing this young sapling in front of him and gauging it for a moment. This actually begins to answer a lot of questions within his mind of why is the thing screaming, and also as to something else, as to why they always cut it down and why these trees seem so protective of such a small little thing. So he's staring at it for a very, very long moment.
From
and
horseback.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. Just from horseback, Christian's also staring at the sapling, but he's got kind of an air of boredom about him, like this challenge is somehow beneath him. Walk into a forest and retrieve a tree. Doesn't really excite him or get his blood pumping. And yet, he could simply walk over or ride over and hack down the tree. That just seems too damn easy and not worth the effort.
Mm-hmm. Charles
Vanessa
stares
is
at this. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. Vanessa's kind of doing the nurturing, whispering to the tree. It's still wailing, but yeah. Just so you know where she is. So if you decide to swing a sword, maybe wait for her to move.
Yeah. Get her to move.
But who cares?
She's only the one opening trods for you.
Yeah, no big deal. Anyway. So Charles, Cararis. He is Cararis here. Approaches Vanessa, and he gets he doesn't fully get down on one knee before the sapling or anything like that, but he does bend down to get closer to her and stare at this sapling. Can it form words?
She shakes her head no.
And he stares at this for a long moment before he turns. I have one other option. I need you to tell them exactly what I tell you. Word for word. Do you understand?
She nods, the look of terror in her eyes quite visible.
Mm-hmm. Speak as though I was speaking.
She nods.
We've come here from a forest of our own. Our own community is a forest. Trees, tall and strong, some small and uncertain of themselves, just ready to be born, just ready to grow. Like this little sapling here. And oftentimes, yes, we who walk around are cruel to the land around ourselves. We cut down trees, but we always try to find a purpose for them, to repurpose them, to transform them like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly, giving them a new life, new form, new purpose. However, from the forest we come from, the reason we're here is because there are those that are cutting down us, our forest, our trees, but with no intention of repurposing, no purpose of replanting. Known in that scorched earth, leaving us blighted. We come here because we come here because there is a chance that we may be able to stop our forest from being blighted forever. The price was a screaming tree, wood of a screaming tree. Sacrifice of this little one might be able to prevent the deaths of entire forests. But I have another option. For as we see, the wood is young. This tree is not much. We don't need that much wood. If one of these great trees would give up their song and scream for all the agony of all the forests as a reminder, and give up but just one branch, we can spare this sapling, and we can make sure that these forests are never blighted again.
You want her to repeat all of that to the trees?
Yes.
Cool. So about 2 days later in the game,
Oh, God.
she finally finishes making her rounds around the entire forest, one tree at a time, because she is a Slua who is currently whispering.
Good thing Christian brought some food.
I mean,
I hope you're hungry, Amber. Of course, we're going to be here eating cookies a long time.
Man, what are they doing? How far was this forest? Oh, it's like an hour away.
I was going to say we would track you down by then.
I mean, it's going to take that long, if that is what you have.
I didn't know. I don't know if all the trees are going to be able to communicate with each other. I mean, geez.
So you go ahead, knowing it will take this long. What do you do during the 2 days it would possibly take her to relay that very long message to every tree in the woods?
I'm sorry, there could be a quicker way, but involves an unleashing of Sovereign.
Mm-hmm. Up to you on that one. Charles is going to be patient.
Just unblinking for 2 days as she just goes from tree to tree relaying this monologue, exhausted.
Hey, he'd do it himself if he could, but you know.
Do you guys realize that maybe she might be able to ask one tree to pass it to another, so that it might get passed that way?
That's what I thought was going to happen, but apparently it has to be one at a time.
Look, you gave your order to tell the trees. You didn't say tell the trees to pass the word.
Fine.
You have told this terrified, whispering nothing, who's been around you while you were suggesting that if the sulky touched you again, you'd make her rue her life threefold or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is your scenario. This is your sulky punishment.
I knew she was on my side.
So
Team Sulky.
It depends if at least one of the trees decides, yeah, I'll do it, but we'll see. So Charles is just gonna. Well.
I'm gonna roll a D1000.
And there are 1,000 trees.
Yep. And whatever number that is will tell us which tree decides to start screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Number 784.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
that doesn't help at all. All right. So, can I just say that after we've been sitting there for like a few, like 2 or 3 hours, I have this feeling we would be really tired of just sitting there. Am I right, Lily? Lily.
Probably, yeah. It's playing like hide and kick or something.
Yeah, like we're just sitting there going, this is boring. And if you and kind of going, if you want to keep me away from the water, we should probably go do something else.
Yeah.
So, can we just go try to find somebody to ask where we could find the screaming oak?
Yes, you may. The townspeople have been just very like upon your arrival, you notice that they were all like gathered in a circle, just all excited about something. So perhaps that would be a good place to start.
Well, we're just perfectly ordinary people, after all. Yeah, and we'll just walk up to them.
You can hear them talking about the amazingly beautiful knight and his squire, who actually gave them the privilege of hearing their voices as they asked elderly Marge for the location of the screaming tree.
I feel like I should roll stamina not to hurl. Horrible. So just kind of be like, which way did they go? I guess she sort of pokes her head sort of in the middle of them, I guess.
And elderly Marge, who's still just like beside herself with all that's happened and still like crying and like she's been spoken to by an angel, points to the road that leads to the Twisted Forest.
Can I sort of hand her a cookie? Since I probably have like 8 of them with me still.
I mean, yeah, you can.
Thank you. Focus on the cookie. They're not really very nice.
She starts like proclaiming, like, I am doubly blessed. First, a voice of an angel, and now a gift from a mother. She saw where you came from.
That's fine. She's just like, Risha just looks at this, looks at Amber, just kind of like, I tried. I'm done now. He's not an angel. And then she'll start heading in that direction, assuming Amber's cool with that.
Blessed be
church.
If you want to hear tales about the church, I got tales to tell you about the church.
You've got stuff to do. Focus.
She's muttering under her breath as she starts walking. Holding poor down, like another head's come to herself. She's still kind of edgy after everything that happened, but you know what? It's okay now. It's all right.
It's a dirt road or gravel road that leads to the Twisted Forest, and as the she before you saw, it is a very dense forest. Some of the trees are so close and tangled up that you can't actually pass between them. There is a
what if I become very, very, very small?
Then you could probably pass between them.
Excellent.
Maybe yes. There are places that you can walk through, though, if you want to roll perception alertness or you want to roll your tracking to find Vanessa.
Oh, yes, I have tracking. That would probably be helpful. But I'm probably smaller, so.
Well, I mean, if you keep in mind that you have, someone bigger following you, but obviously do your thing.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, I can use my better survival in slightly larger form because I guess I have a bigger nose.
Bigger nose means more smells. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. That's how that works. Perception. Wait, perception track survival? Is that what I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I even have survival? I'm slightly curious. Oh my god, I do. I have survival. But
I have 2 successes.
Woot, we'll take it.
No 10s, so I don't get my specialty.
How many successes did you get?
2.
Sorry. Okay. You pick up the kind of vaguely dusty smell of old books that you have come to associate with Vanessa in the few hours you've traveled with her. And after a few twists and turns, you find her not too far from a clearing in which Cararis and Christian are patiently waiting as she goes from tree to tree, her lips moving in a nearly silent monologue.
Is she talking to every single tree?
Yep.
No, she's gonna ask that like in character.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but it looks like it.
This is incredibly smart.
I mean, you know, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be the one to judge smart right now. Maybe we should find out what they're doing, aside from apparently being dicks and making her do all the work.
Hey, dicks!
Sweet Jesus.
I don't know how to be more puka than this.
How do you lofty nobles respond to this?
They might not know she's talking to them.
How would she dare say such things to them?
Clearly, they're referring to Christian.
Oh no.
I mean, she did say multiple dicks, like dick as in plural, but like again, she could be talking about the trees.
Or the horse.
Well, also not to mention that Charles is lacking equipment. Anyway.
Are you guys walking up on them now?
We were coming up on them, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Christian turns his head as if he's heard something that he didn't expect to hear and that he shouldn't have heard. And when he sees the commoners, he raises his nose as if a stench is approaching.
Yeah, stench that at least got their shit. What the hell are you doing?
We are attempting to persuade the trees to weep, as the glorious sir has suggested.
More scream than weep.
Why do we want them to do that?
The wood we need is a screaming tree, and we have found this beautiful young sapling right here that is indeed screaming. However, the trees aren't, well, the trees aren't too keen on letting such a small thing go. So I'm providing them an alternative.
Which is?
One of them decides to scream for all the suffering in this world. In place of this young sapling, then we'll take one branch from that tree.
Ayo, trees! Why do trees make the worst frenemies? Because they're the best at throwing shade.
Melodious laughter from the nearby trees.
There, I did it! You're welcome.
Jeez Louise.
What type of tree fits in your hand? A palm tree!
More
my
chiming
God.
laughter.
I thought I left Hall at home.
There's no leaving behind the puka puns.
No. She's basically just gonna...
This is fucking hysterical.
Christian is just
Then you want to make
staring.
them laugh.
She's just gonna look around and just be like, what do these trees need? Can anybody talk to them? Aside from evidently your poor Slua friend who you're having slave for you?
To be honest, I assumed she was the only one who could talk to them.
And she's gonna walk up, and Misha will walk up to a tree and just be like, "Hello, can I talk to you, or can you talk to me, or I don't know."
Roll perception alertness.
Okay.
Difficulty 8. 7 if you've got like heightened senses.
Nah.
Okay, so difficulty 8.
1.
Okay. You think you hear some sort of like sing-songy speech coming deep within like the trunk of the tree.
Can I sort of lean in a little bit closer?
Mm-hmm.
Try to get a better catch of it.
Yeah. Roll again. Difficulty 7.
Still 1.
It's still pretty hard to make out what it's saying, but it does seem that it's speech of some sort.
And they do talk. I just can't quite catch it. She's gonna just kind of look at the tree and be like, I can't hear you very well, but I was wondering what you guys might need. If there was someone we could just arrange for a gift from the screaming tree in return for something we might be able to give you or them or it or him or her. I don't know if there's gender here.
Can Amber trot up beside her, because she's sure that Misha can actually hear these trees. She's just being a dick about it, so she's going to try and listen for herself.
I'm totally going to be a dick to you. Because I've already been a total dick to you today. I actually have an idea, but I just need to know, because she has something that is actually really, really great for plants. I'm just not really sure if this is something they would want. So that's what she's trying to find out.
You can, I guess, once again roll perception alertness. Amber, you have hearing, right?
Yes.
Okay, you roll it.
No.
God damn it!
Great. Roll your perception.
I got 2. You guys, I got 2.
Hold on. 6, 10. 5.
Cool. Misha, you pick up a like the general gist of, we don't want to sacrifice our children. Amber, they don't want to sacrifice their children because one sapling grows every 1,000 years.
Oh, these trees only have babies every so often. That's why they don't want to sacrifice, not because they're selfish. She says, meaning the opposite, but not believing the tree. So believing the opposite of the tree, and therefore speaking the truth.
Work that one out, guys.
Excuse me.
Just to explore the direct option, Christian will trot up to a nearby tree, not one that's been explored explicitly, and he just prods at it with the sharp point of his long sword.
The tree stops creating music and lets out a barely perceptible yelp.
Aha! Perhaps we have an option.
Based on what Misha's just heard, she'll be like, what if, because I'm looking at, you tell me OOC first. Verdant Reclamation Spring 2. I have the right up here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and throw it on the side so you can see it, so you don't have to look it up.
I remember how it works.
Okay, that's cool. Because what I'm thinking is if would it be legit to say that I can offer to help the tree grow a little faster, so that there might be a branch big enough that it basically, I'd be trading growth for a branch large enough for what we need. Because that way they wouldn't miss the growth as much. You know what I mean? They wouldn't miss the branch as much, because it would be. We don't want the whole tree. We just need like a branch big enough, right?
Mm-hmm. A branch big enough to make the two handles of a flail.
Yeah. So we don't need an entire tree, which seems to be what they're focusing on.
Well, yeah. I mean, you need about a sapling's worth of tree. So if it is bigger than a sapling and still screaming, you should be fine.
That's what I'm thinking. If I can make it grow big enough.
Mm.
I don't know if it works that way, though.
Let's see.
I have another stupid idea. Not that idea was stupid. That's a good idea. I have a stupid idea if that doesn't work.
What's that?
I'm wondering if I could perhaps keep telling jokes and make them scream with laughter.
Aw, that's so pure.
It's actually not a bad idea, though. I don't think it's stupid.
No, that's actually a pretty good one. And unfortunately, not something the sociopath would think of.
Do you want me to keep telling tree jokes, or do you want me to roll for it, or do you want both?
Both. I guess, what would it be?
Charisma?
Charisma. Performance?
Okay, I have performance, but dance. So does that mean it's a higher diff?
It means it doesn't explode.
Okay, so difficulty 6. So, well, before I roll this, excuse me, while I pull up my tree puns. Why did the pine tree get in trouble? Because it was being naughty. I have 2 successes.
Okay. The trees are laughing a lot louder. You can do it as a continuous.
Yeah. Do you want a brief explanation of an acorn? In a nutshell, it's an oak tree. Wait, I should have rolled something for that. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
So would my idea not have
2 more successes?
Oh, you would. 4 successes?
I just meant magic-wise, not necessarily the deal. They can make the deal or not. But yeah.
Do you have nature?
Me? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not a ton, but I have 1, I think.
It would. Oh, well, the foliage only lasts for a scene, so it would grow and then it would shrink back down after you cut it.
Okay, well then I wouldn't have wanted to do that to the tree anyway.
Yeah,
that's just rude. That's just really, really rude. I mean, it would be making the deal and technically keeping it, but it's just mean.
Kind of being a dick, yeah.
You got 4, you said?
4 total now, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, keep going.
Okay. What's another good one? How do you properly identify a dogwood tree? By the bark.
Oh, that one's classic.
It is. Damn it! That one wasn't good.
The tree. When you hear one of the trees say that's racist.
Oh my god. Oh,
one of my best friends is a dogwood.
My best friend is a dogwood. All right,
my name is Douglas Fir.
All right, so I'm no longer going to tell jokes about the types of trees. What must trees drink responsibly?
What?
Root beer. I feel like I should probably start spending willpower on these. This is an important thing. I'm gonna spend some This is gonna be willpower spent on this roll.
Okay.
So 3 more successes.
Okay, so that's a total of what, 7?
It was 4 minus 1, 3 plus 4. No, 3 plus 3 is 6.
Okay.
That's one about. I don't know if this is about a type of tree. I'll try it. What tree produces fruit that tastes like chicken? Poultry. That's not about a type of tree, is it?
No, it's not.
I mean, unless a poultry is a type of tree.
That wasn't so good.
I mean, the joke wasn't that good either.
I feel like that one's also about a type of tree. Okay, why do trees hate tests?
Why?
Because they get stumped on the questions. This one's dropping a willpower because I'm tired of getting no successes. Because these are funny, damn it. Okay, that's 2 more. So 8.
Okay. Once you reach 10, they'll start howling.
All right, cool. Let's see. Looking for ones that aren't going to offend them. Oh, this is good. What did the Jedi say to the sacred tree?
What?
May the forest be with you.
Oh, please put you over the top. That was so bad.
Nope. That wasn't good.
God, what is with these rolls?
What happens to the most lovely tree every Valentine's Day?
What?
They get all sappy.
Aw.
Oh.
I feel like I need to drop a willpower on this one too. That's 3 willpower on this, damn it. There we go.
Oh my gosh. So they just, yeah, with all of that extra, they start screaming with laughter and like all the trees around you. And Vanessa like drops to the ground, kind of clutching her ears as the trees just start like losing their shit as a collective forest.
He's just gonna try to grab, basically kind of go to Vanessa and kind of pull her away from talking to trees at this point and kind of tuck her behind Misha because she's not gonna let them bully her.
Mm-hmm.
Christian, a branch, please.
He turns to Kararis. He was looking at the forest erupting in laughter around him in wonderment. But then he turns back to the tree that he previously somewhat cruelly prodded with the end of his sword, and just to add, I guess, insult to injury, hacks off a branch from that same tree.
The tree stops laughing, and around that tree, the forest starts to go silent. No singing, no screaming, no laughter, no bird song, just silence.
He'll pause for a moment, sheathe his sword, and then either lean out of the saddle or dismount to retrieve the branch and then bring it back over to Kararis. For your inspection, sir, he says, pleased with himself at least.
I'm sorry, I missed what you said, Tim.
For your inspection, sir.
Charles Kararis takes it very gently. Thank you. Inspects it. Well, so strange. Once upon a time, I would have spoken to them myself.
Yeah, now you could do is bully a poor Slua.
You definitely couldn't have spoken to them. They weren't talking back, obviously. You're not welcome. You're gonna start trotting back. Job done. And she'll to the tree and she'll say, Thank you, I'm here all week.
She'll look back to Vanessa. You ready to go? Head back to Mother?
She nods. Everybody roll perception alertness.
Okay.
What, sense-based?
Sight.
Damn. Oh, damn. 3 successes.
Please
Hey.
roll 8.
Yes, I can. Second.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what diff?
Standard.
1 success.
5 successes for Kararis. So probably the first to notice that the forest has started to get darker. And you notice that it is getting darker because the trees are moving closer together, starting from the tree that had one of its limbs hacked off of it without permission.
Yeah. Misha's gonna start kind of just look at Vanessa and at Amber and be like, run, and start bolting out.
I said, don't tell me what to do. But yeah, running.
She doesn't care about this crap.
Yeah.
By now, I think I would have realized that you're unseelie too. I feel enough time has passed that I would have noticed this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And let me know if anyone gets confused, because then I get willpower back.
Yay.
What if you're just confusing the ST most of the time?
That is a
Ah!
true thing.
What
Does
if
it
you're
count?
confusing yourself?
I don't know. It says also says regain willpower when you confuse or mislead someone. It doesn't specify whether that's a player character or a player.
That's like the perfect legacy for a freaking Puka.
It is. It is.
Okay. So getting out of here post haste.
I think it's Dex Athletics to run.
Hey, guess who's got a
Adam?
specialty in running in this form?
Haha.
I
Okay,
choose
so-
not to be a seal right now. That seems like a poor choice as I flop through the forest.
I should have dived into the ocean when I had the chance.
Hold
Fox has 4 successes.
4 successes.
Damn!
4 successes for the seal. As I go flop through the forest.
Flop, 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 flop.
She is trying to keep an eye out for Vanessa because she feels Vanessa's been treated very badly today.
Yeah, she botches. Vanessa
Stop.
trips under some of the trees as they start to grab for her.
Stop and try to grab her. Like I said I was keeping it on her before you rolled.
That's fine.
Stop and try to grab her and like basically pull her along if I have to.
Okay, roll your strength, I guess athletics or strength brawl if you're trying to do it with like some force.
I'm not trying to hurt her.
No, I meant like the trees, if you're trying to fight the trees who have grabbed her.
Oh, definitely. I'm trying to pull her out of there.
Mhm.
Not so much fight them as much as I just want her free. You know what I mean? So whatever it is I need to do.
Well, the tree is failing to hold on to her, so like it's grasping at her blue-eye body, and it's just like it's like trying to grab milk.
Hey, that was a good one.
So does that mean I get her as long as I get a success?
Yes,
Okay. I did not. I botched. So
Oh my god.
because she's
So
a
did they.
slaw. She is so goopy. Let's see if she can collect herself real quick.
Like, sorry, but do I, like, we're rolling to run away, right?
Yes, Dex Athletics.
Okay, so do I roll my horse's traits in that case?
Yes,
All right.
and she picks herself up.
Do you need the horse
And-
stats, or you got them?
I got the horse stats for
Alright.
the war horse.
Yeah,
Vanessa's a
The
strong,
horse-
independent Slua who don't need no one.
well, she's still gonna try to grab her hand and like try to continue running with her. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
she got herself free. That's cool, but
Even though it's the deep dreaming and Christian, the Arcadian, she care little for the commoners at this point. The heroic aspect of Christian will shine when he attempts to, but he doesn't race ahead of anybody. He's looking to lend a hand if anybody lags behind.
Gotcha, being
I-
the rear guard.
I can tell you at this point that I don't think either of the two commoners is really looking to you to help.
I'm a fox.
Either of the three any of the three commoners. I think I don't know. At least I know Misha's not looking for you to help.
I thought the Slua who brought us here just fell down. So
Oh, she's she's managed to pick herself back up and is following out. But what are you rolling for Dex Athletics, Carraris?
Yeah, I was letting everyone else get their thing for first. 4 dice.
Good gravy, sir.
Hey,
Well,
you did
you've
it.
got a success.
Yay.
At least you don't follow Vanessa down to the ground. So, yeah, but the trees are closing in, and those of you who are not very fast may notice that it's very snug in this forest right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who has the branch, by the way?
I think that's Charles at the moment. Or Carraris, I should say.
Christian gave it to him.
So there you guys go. That is your sitch. The forest is closing in. The animal affinities are ahead. Amber's in the lead with Misha dragging Vanessa behind. Sir Christian is making sure nobody is lingering, but it seems like the person lingering the most might be Kararis.
Yep.
Kararis, go short. She says,
If
Well,
he needs a hand, Christian is gonna circle back and try to get him onto the saddle.
yeah, that might be the best way to go. So yeah, he's probably gonna try to get back on the saddle with you.
oh, we're not gonna play fetch? Okay, that's fine.
Not this time.
I think
I'm
it
not
might
taking the advice of the commoners. Sorry.
I said go short. You would be going long. You wouldn't be taking my advice.
I don't know what to do with you.
Are you confused?
I feel like you're trying to trick me somehow, you duplicitous fiend.
Did I mislead you?
And willpower for you, and willpower for you.
So much willpower. But anyway. Yes, onto the horse's back and book it.
All right. Everyone roll one more Dex Athletics to see if we can get everyone out of the damn woods.
Out of the damn woods.
1.
I have 2.
All right. Christian, what's your horse got?
Horse is good.
Horse looks good.
2 successes.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are making progress. You're staying ahead of the closing trees, and like it's strange though that even as they close ranks and twist with each other, they aren't really making a sound. Not even the sound of creaking wood.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm feeling there's more coming. I'm gonna keep right on running.
Okay.
Like we're in the forest of the ants, and the daddy ant is coming.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Trot. So Christian's just he's pushing his horse into a full gallop, so 50 plus 6 times dexterity yards per turn.
Okay.
I'm not
So, I guess roll it. I don't know how that works. I don't do a lot of horse stuff.
That's just its speed. It
Yeah.
moves like
Speed.
fucking
Yeah.
fast.
Okay. All right, so I guess he would end up galloping up ahead of the others. So clearing the woods is Christian and Kararis, and then it's Amber and Misha with let's go ahead and see what if Vanessa's falling again.
No, she's better than me.
All right. So yeah, Vanessa keeping up strangely.
Fun fact, apparently a horse gallop is about the same as a red fox run. According to Google, at least.
Well, that explains fox hunts.
It is a
Yeah, it does.
All right. So animal friends, roll me one more time to clear the woods.
I'm good.
Animal friends in the spilt milk. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Damn.
Right.
If I have a running specialty in this form, so 3 successes, I think.
Okay, great. So you guys clear the forest, and now roll perception alertness, everybody, and then initiative.
8 dice.
Oh, thank you for that. Okay,
Jesus, why?
I see the thing. Now to my initiative.
What is, hold on, what did you say? Alertness?
Yes.
What the hell is my alertness in this form? I guess it's the same as my normal form.
Yeah, I guess.
And is the sight-based?
Actually hearing.
Excellent. 4 successes.
Okay.
Now we're doing initiative. Yikes! What's my stats in this form?
Charles, what's your perception? What's it?
8.
Okay.
And Nish? Not great, but not too bad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes for you.
Oh,
Okay.
look at that! My dex is actually 1 higher. That's good. That's good.
Nice.
Plus, I'm assuming my wits are the same. So
Excuse me while I start looking at magic because I feel
not
things are
great.
coming.
Not great.
Let me roll Michael's D10 here. What do you add to your modifier?
It's wits and dex, right?
I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
It's 9. 9, then add 9.
Good gravy. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So Charles is at 16.
I feel like I'm going last. Yeah.
I think we just need a Vanessa, probably.
And the forest. Let's see. Vanessa is at 9. And let's see. What am I doing there? I don't know what I'm doing there. I'm just rolling a random set of dice. I apologize. Okay, and then let me pull up this thing real quick.
I just realized something.
Just now?
Yeah, I just literally realized something. We could literally unleash in here, and it's not any kind of cost.
Nope.
Yep.
Doesn't it cost
You just-
willpower?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it does. It costs 2 glamour and a... No, it just costs 2 glamour.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
but yeah.
Willpower is if you're calling upon the weird.
Yeah.
And I think we actually get bonus dice to unleashing because we're in the dreaming.
How many people can we get to imbalance in this one scene?
Yes.
Joke's on you. I'm already there.
Well, there are 2 of us that are super close already right now. 2 of us are real close. So, yeah, I have an idea then what I'm going to do. It's not going to be pretty.
Oh God.
I hope whatever it is a singular entity, because if it's not, then... Oh, no, wait, I have seen. Never mind. This is okay. We're okay, kids.
One moment as I
As you
scroll.
realize the hell that you have just subjected yourself to.
Sort of.
It's going to be about a 2-hour scene, she said. It'll be fun, she said.
Shut up, Michael.
12 hours later.
I'm trying to figure out this monsters thing, and it's okay. So we're good. I don't know why I was trying to type like it was. There's trouble in the forest. There's trouble with the trees. For Sir Christian cut off a branch. And he didn't bother to say please.
Basically, yeah.
I love that Rush song. Okay. So what you all hear before whatever is a deep inhale coming from behind you as you clear the forest.
Oh.
And finally you hear the sound of music resume, so much louder than before. And as you turn, you see the forest twist into one single twisted entity with long branches now reaching for you. Let's see. The last person out of the woods was who?
Vanessa?
Cool. So that's that person who's been leading you through the dreaming is going to be the first target.
Oh.
Yep.
Quick question, Carol, about how big is this thing?
An entire forest twisted up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess like 6 stories tall.
All right, how tall is an elephant? Probably not that tall.
Like
I have a question too, just so you know, because what if they're gonna try to grab her? I was still holding her hand as we were running.
mm-hmm.
So just to mention that, because if something happens, she'll probably. I don't know how you want to handle that. That's up to you.
Well, let's see if it even is a thing yet.
Okay.
Big, slow, and awkward.
Yeah, it's not the fastest thing.
Christian turns around, wheels his horse around, gets a good look at this thing, this sprawling entity coming into sight, and smiles just a little bit enthusiastically at the prospect of a good battle.
Let's see. Hold on. I'm rolling a lot of things in a row here. Let's see how much damage it does to.
No.
One damage. It doesn't really connect as hard as it could, but it does smack Vanessa with a branch.
Oh.
Okay.
And next is
Oh shit! Should I roll for Anaba too?
do you want her to engage in combat? You can have her not.
She's not going to engage in combat, but she might be needed for heals. Which means she should have a turn to do so in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can. Yeah, go ahead.
That's the only reason I ask, because that way it makes sense. Everything fits together. So Dex plus Wits 4. Okay, give me 1 second. I will roll that real quick, just so it's in there.
Mm-hmm.
She's faster than I am.
Nice. I think next is Charles. Yes. So what are you gonna do, Kararis?
Okay. I didn't know if the rabbit was going ahead because I'm sure the rabbit has higher dex.
Does it?
I have 3 right now, so.
Okay. Well, what is Nabas? She says you said she's at 14. You're at 16.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm at 16. Okay, never mind. I thought you said they tied. Okay.
She tied Christian.
Christian can go first.
Okay.
This is a freaking.
So yeah, Karar sees this one massive entity of a conglomerate of forests and roots and trees and everything. And he closes his eyes for a moment and sighs and takes in a deep breath because he's not sure if this is going to work, considering the last time he tried to do this. It's clear that he's not as powerful as he is, but you know what? Might as well may see if his commands can still work. And he opens his eyes again as he stares at this big, giant mass of arboreal titan coming at them. When it was 1,000 become 1. Their strength is titanic. I see you and your strength, but at your core you are still just but many. I command you now, disperse! And I'm going to nickname it Dispersed.
Okay. I suppose since you're in danger, I'll give you a -3 for the bunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, and of course I'm sure I'm having to use scene on this thing, so.
Or nature.
Or,
I mean,
well,
it
I
could
don't have.
but yeah.
Is it? You did say they were in anime, so it's Fae. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So 7 dice, diff 4, since I'm sure scene has to apply to affect all the trees within that body.
7 dice.
Diff
All
4.
right. Let's see. 1 success. But I mean,
That hey, you just need it for the scene.
It was
Yeah.
diff 4, right?
Yeah.
2
mhm.
successes.
Oh, that's
Wow.
right. 2 successes. Good. So
Yay
there
for
you go.
Day.
The very angry trees seem to shudder for a moment and split apart, but they are still angry as a group.
Mhm.
But they are no longer a 6-story tall entity as they untangle from each other, still singing their angry song, though a bit more cacophonous now that they are not twisted into a single thing.
Well,
I'm not sure that's better.
clearly not. One way or another, we were fighting a forest.
Well, it's gonna hit less hard now.
Yay.
Yeah, but my plan was to attack something that was one thing as compared to like 100 things. That's a little weird. So now I got to rethink my whole strategy.
Sorry.
You know what you guys can do that trees can't?
Run.
Run?
Just saying. It's right there. But you can stay and fight the trees if you'd like. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. This is the hill we die on.
I mean, my question was, are they like still rooted, or do their roots come up and they like walk with their roots? Because I've seen them do that sometimes in movies.
They're not ents.
Okay. Can they like extend though, since we saw them like intertwine? Is
Yeah.
that what's happening
Yeah,
now?
they can stretch, but
Mm,
There's probably a limit.
yeah.
yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I might have hopefully reduced that limit by dispersing them from the titanic entity that they were. So we'll see.
Yes, they should strike less hard. There's a variable strength and dex and brawl on this character sheet, and now they're at the lower end.
Yay!
So next would be Christian.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. I guess Kararis is still on the back of his horse.
Yeah.
He'll use his horse's move action to close ranks closer to the others, and more particularly Vanessa, who just got clobbered by the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll draw his sword as a simple bunk for, I guess, just burning few in the event that he must do melee combat with this thing.
All the things? Because now there are many things.
Yeah, I thought about that. Like, I guess he'll yield his action ultimately, but that was just the only thing I could think of.
Okay. Then I guess it's to Inaba.
Inaba's going to go and you spend a glamour to heal Vanessa.
Okay. She wasn't like wounded. It was just like she was just bruised by the tree. But...
I get it. I mean, it's
okay.
It's fine. But she can get glamour back really easy right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's fine. She'll spend. She'll just. Though Chimera get back 1 per hour in the near dreaming. We're in the far dreaming right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's free for her. So yeah, she's she kind of she just kind of goes over, probably just kind of touches her foot or something, and the bruising goes away. Basic, simple. Next, I think, is me.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can do this, what Misha's going to do is basically realize that they're not really moving closer anymore, although they can stretch a bit. She's going to reach down, try to grab Inaba and as well as Vanessa, and basically try to start tugging both of them away.
Okay, I guess is it a strength brawl or strength athletics or dex athletics to grab and run? Since they wouldn't be fighting you since you're on their side. So go with dex athletics.
Okay. Did I get 1 second? Athletics. Okay. I was remembering right. You know when you're doing something and you've been doing it all day, but all of a sudden you forget?
Yeah.
I just rolled a 7d10 for no damn reason. So yes.
Well, I just got 0 successes on that one.
Okay.
But at least, you know, in theory, I've turned around and I've lifted a leg to move.
Yes.
Amber,
the scene before you is probably interesting. Yeah, with the trees
Vanessa
having
has a turn, right?
yes, oh wait, she's gonna go after you.
Okay. I have a question in terms of my shifting things. Does it take an action to like become bigger?
It would take, I think it's whatever it would do you would take to shift in general. If I don't know if did Puka need a free action or a move action to shift before?
Let's look at it. Birth rates and frailty, shapeshifting, or as a natural element, yada yada. She's able to shapeshift into the animal at will, if completely alone for free, yada yada. Puka can never shift into an animal being that doesn't count. It just says into the animal at will.
Okay, at will. No, you don't have to take an action to do it then.
Okay, and then also, do my treasures still work on me if I'm a fox?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So what I'm going to do is Amber's going to become sort of like a horse-sized fox and look back at the group of people that's still on foot, I guess, and say, definitely don't get on my back. I'm about to get a lot slower. And she's going to hold her action to click the boots of haste until someone is on her back.
her foxy boots.
Yes.
Who did you say this to?
You and Vanessa.
Totally no one in particular. Just talking to
Oh,
you.
right. No one. I'm sorry. I said it to the trees.
Quick trees, mount my back. No.
I will carry you to your destination.
Trees.
Do you want to be mounted, my lord?
Can I seduce the trees?
So much goddamn wood.
Well, thanks to Maxine, rumor has it Charles is good with wood.
Well, so things have clearly been exaggerated based on his methodology. Oh, that's not the type of wood we were talking about. Oh. Anyway.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. So, let's see if Vanessa takes advantage of that. So, yeah, she'll very awkwardly grab for Amber to, like, slither up. So, there you go. You've got a Slua on your back, and next is the trees again.
Hold on. Before that happens, does Misha look like she also wants to get on my back? Like, should I keep holding my action or not?
I mean, she would move, except that she's sort of stuck frozen at the moment.
Right. Okay, so then I will keep holding until Misha gets on my back, and then I'll click the boots.
Okay.
Just because I held my action also, seeing that they seem to be able to escape on their own, Christian will again move away from the trees.
All right. Roll your horse's whatever to escape.
Roll its horse dice.
Yes. Look, I don't deal with a lot of mounted anything, okay?
Perhaps we should fix that. I think we should all mount Charles.
Mount Charles.
Charles Kazasha is now our steed.
Yes.
Why
And he will be glorious. Majestic even.
I think the dice roller may have crapped out. Let's see.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Just in
if you
time.
wait a second and then try again, well, you never mind. You did like 3 times, so never mind.
Yeah, it's dead for me too. So I'm gonna open up my Onyx dice roller. Let's see.
Well, if we're going with that, I'll open up mine.
Can I use my physical dice?
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Whoa!
Yay!
There they are.
Use the first one, I guess, then.
Holy
first-
crap, guys! Holy crap!
Yeah. So yeah, you make haste away with Kararis on the back of your horse.
With a lot of
Disperse!
dice.
Ha ha! Oh! Take that, you arboreal! Ah!
I don't know if I love or hate you guys.
Hold on.
Yes.
Carol. The answer is yes.
Christian just yells out, "Hold on tight, Sir Carl."
He's holding on for dear fucking life right now. So.
Hashtag she bros.
Bros.
I told
You
you.
bros in the hot tub.
Straight.
Yay!
This is, oh my god, this is so straight, you guys.
Okay, now I'm going to roll the tree's modified attack.
I'm probably the closest one now, since
So-
everyone else has kind of gotten partly away. Sort of.
Yeah.
Like the
So
yeah,
let's see if they. Let's see. Okay,
they're a smackage.
let's see. Do.
Excuse me.
Ready for this really impressive dice pull for hitting?
Yes, it sort of
They boop your
swats at me. It sort of pokes me a little bit.
They boop the snoot.
I don't have a snoot. I'm not in seal right now.
Leaves get caught in your hair.
Fuck you, leaves.
Never mind that we dismembered one of you.
I did not dismember
Listen.
you. I was
Listen.
All right.
So next is Kararis is
top,
riding
yeah.
away.
I'll say we're at the top. Yeah.
Yeah. Kararis, do you want to do anything as you gallop into the distance?
Yes, I want to hold on tightly for dear life.
And never let go.
Never.
After this, we're all going to go out and play some half-naked volleyball.
Which half?
Which half? The right side.
Oh.
The best side.
I will
Spoilers,
say.
it's all the best side.
I will say from left foot to right hand.
Oh god.
Perfect.
So diagonal. This is great. Okay.
All right.
So next is
Christian, who is
Christian.
going apeshit driving.
Yeah.
Move him on his little.
Christian, what's your deal, yo?
Like, he's just, I guess, just riding the horse.
Okay. Since you're out of danger's reach, I'm not gonna make you roll for your ride. So enjoy your promenade. Next is Misha.
Well, Inaba really, but Inaba's being held on to by me
Yes.
and is not doing anything. So, I am, going to hop on her back.
Click the boots of haste.
Okay.
I don't actually know how these work. If they have glamour in them or if I need to spend glamour anyway, or either way, it's free here.
So
Slash,
it
I
just
also don't know
works.
how many rounds it lasts. But I mean,
It-
also, it doesn't really matter at this point.
Yeah, treasures work freely in the in the deep dreaming. So
Far dreaming.
you far dreaming, yes. Sorry. Spoilers. You click, you go.
I say, let go, let it go.
And so, yeah, I guess roll to see, make sure you get your distance or whatever.
Oh, you want me to Dex Athletics again?
Yeah, like difficulty 3.
All right. Hold on. In this, what's the horse stat? Where's my horse? Where are you, horse? There you are. 3, athletics 4, so same dice pool.
Don't stop her now.
What
She's
did you
having
say?
such a
Difficulty
good
3?
time.
Yep.
She's having a ball. Don't
5
stop
successes.
her now.
All right, so off she goes.
Like a fox, defying the laws of gravity.
Oh my god, you guys. Fox on the run.
Yes.
Everybody comes. Run and hide yourself away. Okay, I'm done.
Cool. You guys do realize
The
you're
perfect Quicksilver bunk it would have been.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to Rosencrantz and Guildenstern William in all of this. You realize?
He's just like sitting at the mother's house eating cookies, like just chilling,
Getting things off of tall shelves for her.
Yeah.
He's just being a good son.
Yeah.
Probably didn't want to deal with any of the she bullshit. So,
And
otherwise,
who
he'd
can
probably
blame
have
him?
shanked us all.
I think it's safe to say we're all heading back there as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, like, we've got the wood just to make another double entendre. So, of course, F you guys, we're heading back there.
Actually, we've already been there. We've been there and we ate all her cookies. And you know what? I bet she has more now.
Of course she does. She's the mother. So, as you guys arrive, she's waiting out front for you very patiently with a tray of lemonades.
You know, we need lemonade right now.
I heard the trees, they seem to be getting a little louder, and I thought maybe you guys would be heading back soon.
You are so wise, Mother.
Well, Mother knows best.
Twitch. Are you kidding me? There are so many issues with that statement for Misha.
For some reason, it seems to resonate very deep with Charles, like some Disney some Disney villain he connects with. He's not sure why. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll willpower actually, because that's so messed up.
Gain rage.
Misha, roll rage.
It's a fail. It's a fail, which means it is clearly visible that she just looks just frustrated, a little angry at that statement, but basically that was just a willpower roll to see if she could hide her feelings.
Okay.
So it's all showing. It's right out there.
Fair enough.
Girl's got mommy issues.
No, Misha. So yeah, she's standing there patiently with her tray of lemonade and a pleasant smile on her face, waiting for you guys to get off your mounts.
Yep. Charles probably eventually unlocks his grip and manages to, slide down. Still awkwardly, he's still not used to getting on and off this thing.
Dismay of Christian, who was very much enjoying his touch.
Christian is smiling and seems to have enjoyed Carraras's inexperience.
I hate you guys so much.
Just the hooligans get off my back. I want to return to normal fox size because I haven't been back to normal fox size in a while, and I gotta chill for a second.
You have an idea how exhausting this is?
I mean,
becoming a mouse.
Yeah, Misha just sort of slides off and lands sitting on her butt and just kind of leans in near Amber's ear and is like, "Thank you."
That was very nice of you. I accept.
Good. I was totally giving you something.
Excuse me.
Christian blinks at the horse-sized fox looks down at Kararis.
Mm.
Commoners riding foxes. How very common.
Crazier
It's
things
riding
have happened.
horses is more common.
Yeah, Misha gives you the finger. Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, no. Kararis, however, is glad to be back on solid earth again and under the motion of his own 2 feet, and approaches the mother with the branch and offers it in exchange for the lemonade.
She like kind of shifts the tray of lemonade to one hand and looks at the branch, like kind of confused for a moment. Oh, that's right. If somebody would take this tray.
Shit.
I almost really want to smack it out of her hand, but if someone gets to it before I do, go ahead.
You know, because Charles is being that house shit. How's hospitality, however, he'll take the tray.
One moment, and she holds open the door. You guys can come in and make yourselves comfortable. You can just put the tray right over there on the counter, dear.
Yeah, Misha will actually, I'm sure they would have left the other box there, so she'll kind of walk inside, like probably among the first to go grab the other box.
And she'll, hold out her hand to receive her steel. And she looks at the branch and the box. You know what? One moment. And she puts them down on the table, walks to the hallway, and like pulls the attic trapdoor open. She goes up the ladder. You hear some rustling upstairs. Sounds like cardboard boxes being moved around. That couldn't be right. And a moment later, she comes back down with a flail. I had one here the entire time.
I knew you weren't lying.
Christian chokes on his lemonade.
Misha just shrugs.
That smile just grows a little too wide.
So, who will be taking the flail?
What's it do?
It's... And she just kind of like swishes it around and like one end of it swirls around. It's like an uneven nunchuck. It hits things.
It flails more accurately.
Well, it does flail. Originally, these were used for threshing wheat, separating the wheat from the chaff, as it were. And she kind of gives that sort of separating the wheat from the chaff with a very pointed look at Christian for correcting her. Like, I will separate the wheat from your chaff in a second, kid.
Oh, no.
He smiles at her because he was very much aware of the origin of the flail, being a medieval buff and very skilled with weaponry himself.
Misha's just going to keep her wand chilling right where it is.
And she holds it out. Somebody?
Does it do anything special when it hits things, or does it just hit things?
I think it hurts a lot when they are hit with it, dear.
Does it sounds useful. Who is good with these things?
Christian just holds out his hand. May I, madame?
She hands it over to him. And make sure you don't keep that bee in your bonnet as you continue on.
Merci. And he bows before the chimera.
Goddess. She is a goddess. One of 3. So, well, I think that's all you really need from me, but you're welcome to stay for dinner. I'm making beef stroganoff.
Thanks. I think we'd best be going. Best to get it over with when it comes to these two, as she sort of angles her head towards the she.
I am afraid that unfortunately time is of a degree of essence.
Christian
We
is
appreciate your offer greatly.
Well, see yourself. I mean, I would hate to adventure on an empty stomach, but I suppose you know what's best for you. She says very passive-aggressively in that mom sort of way.
Misha, without even realizing it, is going to respond to that.
Go for it.
She's going to say, well, what? Maybe you could just give us some to take with us?
Oh, that sounds like a fantastic idea. Let me get my Tupperware. Her chimerical Tupperware.
Chimerical Tupperware.
Misha
This is
twitches
amazing.
again. Well, you know what? Actually, no, because her mom would never have had Tupperware. So Tupperware would not be any sort of issue for her. In fact, that's like the ideal sort of mom she wished she should have had.
New name is Tupperware's not a trigger.
Yeah, that is my deed name. That is my Misha deed name.
Christian looks up from the flail that he's turning over in his hands, appraising it almost like a child who's been given a fantastic Christmas present. Oh, beef stroganoff. I love it. Merci. Are you sure we cannot stay?
I'm sure.
He just looks at Ferraris.
Well, the kind lady is already packing us a meal on the way. It would be prudent to get on the road as soon as possible.
Hashtag we want chimerical Tupperware for later usage.
He comes back with like 6 little chimerical Tupperwares of stroganoff, all neatly bundled and tied with string to each other so that they can easily be carried. Will you be safe now?
Misha will take hers.
Mhm.
She's not going to carry everybody's.
Of course, no.
You said 6, so that would be what?
William, Vanessa,
William.
Amber.
William was the other one. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just assume that
Everyone-
each person takes their own, except the she who could fight amongst themselves, because none of us are carrying that shit for you.
We can promise you we will be safe.
Well, it's a gift being given directly to someone, so Charles will take his. Whether he passes it on to Christian to hold on to because he's the squire, we'll see.
Oh, God.
Thank you. As she looks at the mother, just,
Mm-hmm.
she knows better than to piss off with people more powerful than herself, at least too often.
All right. As you exit the mother's house, Vanessa once again summons her spider and whispers to the corgi-sized arachnid, "The crone." And the spider kind of shakes in its steps and starts to grow again. And it is now the size of a smallish pony, which is, I understand, huge for a spider. And it moves along a path just outside of the town, where it starts to dig a small tunnel. And as it's kicking the dirt out from behind it with the scurry of its pony leg-sized feet, you start to see a glow where the next trod is opening. And Vanessa's lips move as she gestures that this is the next place to go.
Well, I've never been through a foxhole before.
I've never been in any hole before.
By the way, you guys cannot hear Vanessa once you have crossed through this trod. She makes no noise.
Does she know sign language?
She does not.
Oh my god.
Do we have paper?
I don't know. You guys know your inventory.
Let
Well-
me see. Let me see. Let me see.
I was gonna
What's
say,
in my thing?
I think I do, but I will double check my bag inventory.
Hash ID cell phone.
Misha's got a pretty
passwords,
fancy little thing going on with that.
Okay. Okay. Oh my god, she are going to be such assholes.
Yes, we are.
Oh my god.
You thought we were
Carol,
jerks
how
already?
can I possibly get more puka than this?
Oh, just you
Okay.
wait.
I do not have paper, so we're gonna have to just kind of guess it.
I also don't have paper.
I'm going to
Okay,
add it,
ready for-
but I do not have it now.
Can write in Stroganoff. Okay, puka. The shape-changing birthright allows the puka to become any animal she can imagine. Shape and
Oh my
size of no
God!
consequence. Yes, become
Wait,
that basilisk you've always dreamed.
What was the consequence part?
None.
No
No consequence.
Oh, okay, excellent. Oh God, what do I want to do?
Be a fox kaiju.
Become the fox demon you always were meant to be.
Oh my God, I gotta find a picture. Give me a second. I'm gonna find the second kitsune I can.
Okay. Puka can become dragons here if they so desire. The risk is great, however, as many puka opt to never change again and leave their motleys in search of a new life in their new forms. Because, man, being a dragon is pretty fucking awesome. The confidant birthright allows the puka to learn even the greatest secrets of a target with little effort. So now's the time to ask some questions. Not that you'll remember them once you leave, but a die roll is no longer required. Though the expenditure of a willpower point allows the target of such trickery to stop speaking once she realizes she's revealed too much. Puka lies become so complex that even the puka have trouble untangling the tales they weave. No matter how
I'm already there.
Who knows? It's word vomit.
I'm already there.
No matter how complicated a lie already is, the puka can't help but expand on the details. Also, puka cannot trust anyone else and often go out of their way to avoid contact with other fae. So,
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, and on to the she. Jesus. Oh,
By the way, everyone, we all have Remembrance 5 while we're here.
this is true. You all remember everything.
I remember everything. I am everything.
You're like, I don't know if you remembered all of your titles and shit as Charles or Carraris or whatever, but you do.
Oh, he knew all the titles, but now he understands even more of where they came from, what they mean, their power.
Yeah.
See, the thing is that this part here doesn't have as much issue for me, like, because I don't know any of the stuff that happened before. She has no remembrance. I'd never had any reason to look into it, so it's kind of like there's stuff she remembers.
Well, now you would know your father's motivations and understand how he felt when he left, because he was a Selkie and he was you.
Yeah, but I don't know if she'll be concentrating on that right now.
We're gonna. Okay, so she. The aha and beauty birthright of the she is like the light of the sun. The appearance of the she is increased by an additional 4 dots.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
So that puts Charles at 13 and what's his Christian at 12?
at 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Making them painful to look at directly. All who see them are cowed, save for other she, and resisting their commands requires 1 willpower point per scene. It is physically impossible to see a she and attack her unprovoked. Oh God. The noble bearing birthright adds a powerful aura of light to the she. They become nearly godlike in mane and terrifying to behold. Even powerful chimera fear to anger the she in the deep realms. Here's your flaw. The she give the commoner fae no more consideration than the average master does to a slave. Oh my God, that is the worst wording ever, White Wolf. The concept of equal rights simply doesn't exist. The she frailty, empathic blindness causes all she, while in the deep dreaming, to suffer a +6 difficulty on all empathy rolls involving commoners, which means you are at diff 12. I don't even know how that fucking works with a D10. You just don't empathize.
I feel like it just stops at 10.
Yeah, it just stops there. You just don't.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter.
Oh,
Even if you
yeah.
had things that made you relate to them better, you just fuck you.
I would like to once again say I am glad I am dead.
Dylan, go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Yeah, sorry. I think if the difficulty is like 11 or 12, it means you have to roll consecutive 10s in that roll.
Mm-hmm.
Weird
That could be
fucking
an old
shit.
rule.
I think the next mystery is the one who's not in the book.
Yes. Okay. So let's see. Misha is also going to be pretty. We'll give her. We don't want to level it at the same as the she, but we can give
Maybe
another
2 more?
+3. I was
Okay.
going to say +3. Yeah, it's deep dreaming.
Jesus. So wait a minute. So I went from 3 to 5 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck! What the hell? She's not even gonna know what to do with herself.
Luckily, she's not passing in front of all these mirrors.
Tempt some people into the water. I mean,
Well,
That's kind of part of the mythos behind the Selkies, really.
well,
Well, not the Selkies, the merfolk, but
maybe this is why William is keeping his distance. He's just not comfortable with how pretty Misha has become.
Jesus.
So that's Seal's Grace. What's the second one? The swimming thing.
I probably pretty much can't. It's literally impossible to fail. I would imagine.
Yeah, it's capped. We'll cap it. It's like you're whatever the minimum for everything is. That's what you're at for difficulty. When you move through the water, it is like one of those one of those damn torpedoes, just but magical and a seal
and graceful.
Yes, because Seal's Grace.
So here's the thing about cantrips here. Normal cantrips casting turns chaotic and akin to unleashing. Apply the unleashing rules to cantrip casting and check the number of successes against the total of art plus realm. Instead of making things easier, bunks act or in order to bring order to fairy magic, lowering the number of successes on the final result. Cantrips and unleashing cost no glamour to initiate.
I just have a question though, because there should be a flaw for me.
Yes, that's what I was getting to before I was
sorry.
educated. You are going to actively seek out the ocean at this point.
Okay.
The difficulty to resist this is 10 perpetually. If you fail, you have 1 turn to get back to successes, or you will start derailing the mission. If you botch, you will actively fight anybody who tries to stop you.
Is it an instinct thing, like where I'm just going to be physically fighting, or is it something where I can choose to use magic?
You will fight as though your life depended on it. You want nothing more than to be in that ocean right now.
Okay.
Amber, you don't want to be around people. You want to go be the kaiju you have the ability to be.
I'm looking for like a sexy kitsune, but like none of them look like monstrous enough. But like monstrous and sexy at the same time. Like this is hard.
Well, I haven't found any.
Fucking Ninetales.
I know there's one that's pretty terrifying. I'll see if I can find it.
Also, Charles, this is probably the closest to being home you felt ever since becoming Charles, which is a little horrifying.
Yes, it is.
Carol, just tell me when I need to roll.
want to go back.
Okay. Well, oh no. Oh yes, it's going to be quite the challenge to want to go back.
Misha doesn't even really care about Arcadia, I'll be honest. She's just kind of like, whatever, because I feel like Selkies are the least connected to Arcadia of probably just about any of the kids. She's just kind of like, oh, I've heard of it. That's cool. Why do I want to go to a place that's filled with she?
So, once everybody is ready to continue on, let me know.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, so we'll roll your willpower. I guess the good thing is that you... Okay, good. I was going to say, if Charles or Christian command you, you have a much harder time disobeying them.
I suppose
than
that's
resisting
true.
Your own desire.
But I guarantee you that if she needs to spend the willpower, she's going to spend it.
So, yay. Okay. open
All
up
right.
Discord
So
on my phone. There we go. Yeah, you did make it. Good. Okay. And now your generally liquidy and mute guide continues forward, following the spider, leading a path to a moonlit glade. It is evening here in the deep dreaming. Stars dance in the sky, singing a song faintly in response to the presence of somebody who has sung to them before. Various chimera peek out to see the travelers, but then cower in the bright majesty of the she traveling with you. These dazzling lords.
I'm going to try to walk ahead of them so I don't have to look at them.
Mm-hmm.
And if the other commoners probably might just perhaps be willing to do the same, just don't have to look at that crap. I mean, I'm dazzling enough as it is at like 7. No, 8.
8.
Yeah, I'm
Be as far
dazzling
away from
enough.
these losers as possible.
Christian,
No, you mean we're so cool, man. So cool, you need to get the fuck away from us. Too cool for school.
I'm like,
I
fucking
definitely have every single idea of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know so much about everything.
Christian is just cantering ahead of the group deliberately. Like, no, we're gonna lead the way.
This is a great game of leapfrog that you've got going on here.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, if you're gonna go ahead, that's up to you. But you know, whatever. Because if you're on a horse, like, I'm not gonna be able to beat you. That said, she will simply turn her eyes to the side. Then she's not gonna look at them.
It hurts to look at them. Why would you hurt yourself? But Misha's super pretty for a commoner, especially. But you know, of everybody here,
She moves with a watery grace.
yes, exactly. Of the 3 commoners, she is the easiest on the eyes. Amber seems a bit feral.
Smidgen of respect.
I'm prettier than you are normally.
But the spider skitters along, leaving a large cable-sized thread of silver as it continues on. And in this glade, there is a stream. Misha, roll willpower.
All right.
As streams lead to the ocean.
You guys know I'm going to lose this at some point, right? With diff 10.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now.
Are you serious?
Excuse me while I turn into a fucking kraken and stop you.
You gave me diff 10. What did you think was going to happen, Carol?
I know, dear. you have another roll before you make a mad dash for it. You know it's there. You suddenly feel thirstier than you have in your entire life. And everybody else roll perception alertness to see if you notice Misha noticing the glade.
What the hell are my stats? This anymore?
You know what? We're gonna go bump all of your physicals up by shit. 2, I guess.
I mean,
2 or 3.
This would be perception though, so I don't know if this is upped at all.
You know what?
Oh my
yes.
God.
Up by 3 dice. Go.
My perception, okay, by 3, so that makes 9.
I can tell whoever sees it what they're going to see. It's pretty much a case of her stopping in her steps, just kind of pausing as her eyes sort of follow the direction that the water is flowing, and her entire head sort of turns as she stares off in the distance before she kind of shakes it off and starts walking again.
Meow. Meow.
All right.
Can't find pictures as fast as I want to change into these creatures.
Aren't Puka the best kid?
This is so great. I'm not going to remember any of this, but I love it.
We're gonna get out of this. We're like, well, that was a weird dream.
It just the mist just clapped down on you so fast. You'll remember the maiden. Kind of something happening with the mother happened. Maybe
Something about trees. Charles is probably a dick as usual.
But something about trees running from them and getting into some sort of scuffle with Amber.
So yes, Amber, you notice this. Christian, you notice as well. And how many if two for perception alertness for Charles?
8.
Of course. 1, 2. What's your specialty?
Attention to details and insightful.
Cool. So you got 4 successes with attention to detail, because this is a detail. Misha wants the water. Something fierce.
But she did. But she just paused. She didn't actually do anything yet. She just kind of went and then kept going.
I would say you could roll perception psychology, but you can't. There is no psychology here in the dreaming.
There's no psychology here. I am beyond such things.
You don't even remember that there is a Charles right now.
I'm 112% shade right now.
The worst.
The worst.
You can call me Umisa Shihiko, because you know what? That's actually what Misha's short for. She's more Umisa Shihiko here as compared to Misha.
Good gravy.
You must say it many, many times.
I can't even say it the once. Umisa Shihiko?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, good.
At least as close as I can guess that it's pronounced.
It'll be the last time I ever say it.
I mean, it was a nickname. Well, anyway, it's in character. It's part of my backstory.
Okay. Volkswagen Spider, indeed. Well, pony spider. So anyways, you reach the glade. Water streaming, stars singing, and there, sitting on a throne of the moon, is the Crone.
That is a hot babe.
She's the Crone. Don't judge her.
I'm not judging. I said she was a hot babe.
Sounded a little glib.
I'm always glib at the moment.
I agree, but I also kind of don't know.
Vanessa makes no sound. The Crone looks up with silver eyes at the 6 of you. I had to remember how many there were with NPCs, and I'm missing William. Hello. Is there something I can help you with, darlings? Please come forward.
She insisted on being in the front.
Christian trots forward with his horse. Presumably, Carrara is still on the back.
I think Kararis is walking at this point. But Kararis will approach as well. And because this is a goddess that stands before us, he bows low in the respect given to one.
Christian follows Carraris's deference. He slides out of his saddle and bows likewise.
She does the sort of like dismissive old lady, like, that's enough. You get as old as I am, that sort of pomp and circumstance just feels so tedious and pointless. Please, relax, ease your minds.
Amber's hackles raise and she starts to back up like a threatened animal. She is a threatened animal.
What do you... why are you here? Anybody?
We plan on committing a murder.
Okay.
I gave you guys some time.
I was just whatever. Anyway, Cararis completely dismissing what the animal has just tried to even dare to disturb the music of the stars. We have traveled far, far from here, seeking out the other two of your great trinity, seeking the objects that would aid us in our quest. We have procured the wand and the flail. We come now seeking your blessing.
I see. Do you know what my blessing is?
I don't, lady.
The lady in the lake, but not really.
She kind of chuckles at what Amber says because that's fairly close to accurate.
I'm speaking in what might be a truth and what might be a lie because that's the only way I feel I can move up from speaking the truth.
She's telling so many lies it loops back in on itself.
No, that was the far dreaming. This is the deep dreaming. Everything I say is true and everything I say is a lie. We are planning on committing a murder. Sort of.
True.
We are. And then the murder we're planning to commit is probably on the she, but I'm not saying that out loud.
I trust my daughter and granddaughter provided you with their own blessings.
Misha will pull out the wand and hold it up.
Cararis gestures to Christian to show the flail.
Unless it's a much larger flail than I'm imagining, Christian slides it out of the belt that he tucked it into and produces the flail.
And she nods. Do you understand the symbolism of these gifts from my daughter and granddaughter?
I'd like to know. Would you be willing to tell?
She gives a slow nod. Of course, education is important. It gets you through life. It is not the gifts you obtain, but the lessons along the way that are important. And she points to the wand, a gift from a maiden. A bit strange, it's a phallic symbol. But the symbolism lies not in the shape, but in its material. This wand, chimerical. She remains untouched. And then she gestures to the flail, which has no chimerical counterpart. It is a wood and steel flail. And And this from my daughter, a tool used for the harvest, because a mother produces, a mother gives, until she has no more. And someday, my daughter will come to take my place. My granddaughter will take hers. This is the cycle of things.
Misha looks a little distrustful at the description of the mother.
She's the crone.
No,
I
no,
know
she
that,
meant
but she described the mother.
Yeah.
You know, the
Oh, I bet you did.
yeah, she did. She described the mother like, because she gives and she gives until,
Mhm.
she, and Misha just looks distrustful at this description.
Oh, yes. Just if let me roll, I guess, perception empathy for the crone here.
She's rolling 84 d10s.
12.
84, 12.
4,000. You know.
3 successes. Are you trying to hide your disgust or no?
Not disgust, distrust.
Distrust?
And yeah, distrust, and she's not hiding it, no.
Okay. She will stand up from her throne of the moon and step forward. She's as she walks, it isn't the frail walk of the old woman that she appears to be. It is still very strong. And in her path as she walks, flowers grow rapidly and wilt just as rapidly. This full cycle following behind her with every step. And she reaches to take Misha by the hand.
She looks a little uncertain at this, but doesn't have any particular reason to not do it. So she'll stand.
And she'll take Misha's hand and then like gently place her other hand over it and look Misha in the eye with these silver eyes that she has. Just because a woman gives birth does not make her a mother. Your mother is the one who helps you grow so that you can also produce and give. And she like gives her like a reassuring like pat on her very wet hair because Selkie.
Mm-hmm.
What you produce, what you create. This is your gift that you have as a woman. You have the ability to create. And then she leans in to whisper, it doesn't have to be children.
She responds with, that's probably wise.
She gives her like a kind of a mischievous smile. And then like takes a step back and looks at her again.
From what you describe, I don't really have a mother.
Well, then perhaps you can start the cycle anew for yourself.
Maybe.
And she walks back to her throne. And reaches to the sky. And in her hand appears the name for it is called a mezuzah. but what it is it's like a thing that if you have ever been in a traditional like Jewish home, it's what holds a scroll over the doorway.
Okay, I think I know the kind of thing you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. This one's fairly ornate, but not with anything particularly Hebrew in in design. It's just the best I could use to describe what you're looking at. And she opens it up and shows you all that it's empty. Before you were sent on this quest, you were told what you needed to retrieve, were you not?
William would have the answers to this OOC.
I think
We
you would
weren't told.
Yeah. Oh, Amber knows.
We
That's
weren't
good.
told. We were asked.
So, is this the treasure you seek?
Oh, see, I don't think Misha was ever told.
Oh.
That's the problem.
Neither was Charles.
It's like, hey guys, want to go do a thing? Yeah, why not?
That's why I mean William would be answering this.
Yeah, well, Amber does. So
Amber knows, and she's very helpful at the moment.
I know, so
the
helpful.
help the most.
You said it's like a scroll casing thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is okay. She's basically going to shift so that her shape becomes like amalgamous, like shifting from different animal to different animal, and be like, I don't know. Yes.
She gives a smile to Amber. The girl knows her stuff. And she makes a gesture and a table appears beside the throne, and she sets down the mezuzah. But it requires something more to become whole. Such is the way of everything in life. We think that we are important. We think we are grand. We think we are wise. But we could always stand to have a little something extra. And she reaches up again and pulls forth pieces of paper, parchment, and pens as well. And she looks over at the slua, and she goes, "Please hand these out to the class, will you? She's a feisty broad sometimes." Anyways, what goes inside is the answer to a riddle. The person who answers it is the one who should claim this treasure. And here's the riddle. It brings back the lost as though never gone. Shines laughter and tears with light long since shone. A moment to make, a lifetime to shed. Valued then, but lost when you're dead.
Can you throw it on the sidebar so we can...
Before she even finished, Amber wrote down an answer.
Okay. What answer did she?
Do you want me to PM you?
Hold on. Let me type this out, and then you can PM me while I'm typing this out.
All right.
Sorry, there was too much there for me to keep track of.
And could you message me in Facebook as well?
Yes.
I think I have the answer, but I want to really look at it again.
I'm just going to mention here that I am terrible at riddles, but, you know.
Right, I think we'll be making Enigma's rolls.
think I have an answer.
All right. One moment while I send this to you, Michael.
How do you want us to do the answers?
If more than one person has it right, I will have you guys, I don't know, roll.
Fight to the death.
Roll initiative, I guess, to determine who submits the answer first.
Okay. And we'll PM you the answer.
Yeah, I will too. That's probably the best way to.
Mm-hmm.
Should have picked a harder riddle.
You can't do if it's what I think it is. It really suits her to know this answer.
Are we PMing the answer?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Christian, Misha, and Amber roll initiative.
Dear God, I
said-
got it all right.
You said my physical stats were +2
Yes.
and mentals were +3. Okay.
Is it just the animal kit that have?
Probably did not get that one. So
Well,
So let's see. Dang.
the dice are with my legacy.
Hell yes, they are. Like a flash before the before the riddle seems to have even died in the air. Amber brings forth an answer. The crone holds out the open scroll casing for her to place the scroll in.
She looks like she's like, it hurts to do this, but she's doing it. She like does it and then she'll like turn into like a brief I don't know, like a serpent to like slither back real fast.
Basilisk Puka.
Not quite a basilisk, just like a more like an echidna type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Minotaur.
Minotaurs aren't fast.
No, but they're certainly intimidating.
I'm not trying to be intimidating. I'm trying to like get away.
As you put the scroll in place, she closes the mezuzah, and the chimerical sword appears. Its physical, real world counterpart being the mezuzah, and the other half, the chimerical, the combination of what you get from the maiden and the mother coming together at the crone, this treasure, this sword. Even though Amber has immediately slinked back, the crone steps forward and places the sword in front of her.
She'll do that thing that like skittish animals do where like you'll put a piece of food down in front of them, they like slowly walk forward, slowly snatch and run back. And then like curl around it protectively as it's sniffing it.
Just giving that weird cat growl thing when it's eating.
Yeah, something like that.
And she gives a smile. I believe it is time for you to go home. Now that you have collected what you have come here for. It is not good for the likes of you to linger for long.
Go home. And Kararis looks up at the stars, hearing their song. Home. I'm almost there.
Misha, you hear the sound of the water. Sounds so inviting. Isn't this home? So go ahead and roll the willpower as well. And to see if you'll even be willing to remember that home somewhere else.
I think Amber's maybe muttering, it's home, place, person, thing, animal, mineral, vegetable, bring in the bread box. Just silly things like that.
I know, it's so freeing to be able to be anything, right?
I got it.
All right, good. You managed to fight off that deep desire to jump in that cool, fresh water that will lead you, well, who knows? It's a mystery at this point. But she looks at all of you with a look of love and acceptance. She's lived a long time. She's beyond petty judgments. And she simply reaches out and parts the dreaming, the deep, far, whatever this is, dreaming. And you see in front of you the library. You see your backs heading into the near dreaming.
Is this a Kronos thing? Is there any chance I could tell?
It's time is wonky.
magic.
It's a time is wonky in the dreaming thing. So,
Are we saying any of the things that we heard originally?
Time and space are the same, but not here. No, time is more like an apple. Space is more like a strawberry. No, like a strawberry bush. Yeah.
Amber, you go first.
everybody roll willpower difficulty 10 to want to leave the place where you are the most you.
Can we spend willpower?
Yes.
Okay.
Spend a willpower on a willpower roll?
I mean, I guess.
I've just never heard of that being a thing, but okay, sure.
I mean, if you want to stay trapped in the dreaming forever, you don't have to worry about it.
I think I'll spend 2.
I'll spend.
Good thing
well,
I spent willpower.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and spend. I've had enough issues with rolling 10s lately. Yeah, it's a good thing I did.
I'll spend only because there's one thing that's going to hopefully bring him back. Should I not botch the rest of the roll?
Okay, what's your difficulty? Or what's not your difficulty? Your dice.
It's willpower. 6 willpower.
Thank you. Yeah, good thing you did too. you got a 10 and a 1.
Like none of us actually got a 10.
Yeah.
Except for the one that got erased.
Yeah. So this is why you guys are probably having a very familiar sounding argument. No, we have to go home.
Yeah. Have to go home. What is home? Where is home?
Misha
I am
was
home.
No.
I can make home.
I don't know where home is.
Misha will go first at this point. Honestly, she'll stand up and ignore all the existential arguments going on in people's heads and out loud,
Yeah.
and gather up Inaba, and because she's kind of taken to protecting Vanessa a little bit in this whole thing. She's gonna make sure that Vanessa's like at least capable of making her own decision at this point.
Oh yeah, I should probably roll her willpower and see if she returns at all.
Her one dice.
No, that's
No,
Bill Freedom.
Bill Freedom.
Poor Bill.
Yeah.
Poor
Bringing him would have been a bad idea.
Oh.
Oh, no. She's trying to slip out of your grasp and slink into the shadows.
She's not touching her. She was just looking back to see if...
Okay. Then, yeah, she is quietly melting into the shadows of the dreaming.
Vanessa!
Dreaming.
As she kind of makes a point that that I see you moment. Trying to kind of shock her out of that.
That was a botch.
I know, but I realize that. But I mean, I'm never going to be able to catch a Slua. We both know that.
Yeah.
What's a monster that can catch a Slua?
Well, William still has to Rosencrantz and Guildenstern his way out, so if you want to leave something for him to do.
Oh, okay. Or we could do that.
Because I know I can't really catch. There's no way. If I was in the water, sure, yeah, but no.
It can explain why he stays behind when you guys leave.
It is his noble spirit staying behind to try and save her. That would be, that'd be one way. We'll see how it goes. Charles is Charles is having that moment of crisis, that duality. What is home? The one he was kicked out of, the one he's so close to hearing, where the stars sing so loudly, so brightly, so beautifully. And they're not faint and distant and far away, or the place he has to make is home now.
You stupid mad genius, you are home.
Misha will, at that point, but I'm just going to assume that William was like, I've got to go find her, and tells her to leave or something, and I'm just because normally she wouldn't, because of oaths and things, but at this point we kind of have to play this out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and have her go through. She's just gonna walk through. I just want to clarify that she's not. I don't want her to be breaking an oath here.
Yes, I'll let people flavor text their way out before I describe the feeling of banality and the mist. So who's next?
I want to wait until everyone else leaves first, because I don't trust anybody.
So what?
I'm going to go through. I think finally, after a long moment where that's that dual crisis going on with him, as he's on that threshold, something then finally pokes through. Some little thing. That feeling. Poem. Words. Words that pushed him on his new path. No, he still has to walk that road, and he can't walk it here. And so, with pain, deep, deep pain, of having seen so close, seeing the distant glimpse of a home that was once his, the first time in what feels like millennia, he turns his back on it and willingly walks away.
And then there were two. Go on, she says, gesturing to the other two. It's time for you to go home. You have to leave.
before, just because she's going to get ready to either wait or do that thing where you just like cat just runs out of nowhere. Because curiosity, even though she doesn't trust anything, she's going to look back at the crone and ask, are they worth saving?
Everyone has something in them worth saving.
Darts. And maybe before she actually is like fully through, I don't even know, like, can you turn into a different kind of person? Like,
I mean, I don't even know.
okay, I mean,
there's no hesitance. You can be whatever. That's the thing.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, on her way through, she's gonna just change into like as she's going in, like right before she passes. It's like her, but she's so much younger, and she's wearing like overalls, and then she just boop, goes through.
Christian?
Christian takes his horse by the reins. He's looking sadly, taking a last look at the deep dreaming, closer to Arcadia than he's ever been, or at least that he can remember. And yet, as his strength of will to return to the real world returns to the forefront of his mind, the mother and twin sister of his host, if not himself. He should like to see them again one day, so he leads his horse through.
And as the last hair on the tail of the horse crosses the threshold of the trod, it closes behind you. The mists crawl into your brain slowly enough to recognize, quickly enough that you can't hold on to the memories that you want to so badly. Memories of who you were in the past, memories of past lives where applicable, memories of the journey that your skin has taken before it was on your body. All of these things begin to fade like ice melting in the morning sun. And all that's left is that burning, scorching banality of the real world.
Do we remember being annoyed with people, the way they were behaving in there? Do we remember feelings? Not memories, but feelings?
You will remember, the near dreaming. So you remember the things that happened with the maiden. The things with the mother don't feel real. You cannot, like seconds after leaving the deep dreaming, you cannot recall even being there.
Okay.
The only evidence of it left is the fact that Amber has a sword. And, oh, yes, I guess you guys also have chimerical stroganoff.
Yay. And Tupperware.
Tupperware.
Where did that come from?
We have chimerical Tupperware. It's the best.
If you want me to make a roll on this, that's fine. But there's just one thing that just a small thing, if possible.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to have at least the knowledge that Kararis left willingly, or that feeling that he knew that he made that choice?
You can roll remembrance. So
8 dice.
8 dice. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And whatever difficulty you decide to set that at, you just let me know if he does or not.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes.
Oh shit.
So through sheer force of will, or perhaps because there were already cracks letting you remember things before, you made this choice. Just like you made the choice to step through that glimmer the first time. You've made this choice again.
And this time under no threat of my life. Well, that's something he's going to have to ponder for a very long time.
Amber changed courts in the far dreaming. Is she still unseelie, or is that like reversed because time is weird?
It is up to you.
All right, I'll say it's lingering.
There you go.
She feels just really weird and also holding a sword and also like exhausted.
All of those things.
Yes.
Right. Christian looks at the sword. My lady, where did that come from?
Where did you come from?
A dream, I think, but I am here now.
Then maybe that's where the sword came from. I don't know. I just think it's rude to ask. It's almost like asking a lady her weight, you know, or her age.
Does anyone know where William is, or where Vanessa? Is that her name?
Misha looks up and starts basically like, because she doesn't remember either. And she's just like, fuck.
Amber's going to speak into her butterfly because William has the other one.
Actually, William actually currently still has her other half of the butterfly too.
Yep.
So
Amber to William, can you read me?
Yeah. She's doing the same thing.
And I'll let him know that that is what he's hearing when when I get him for a scene.
Yeah, because basically Misha at this point is looking around going, I don't know what to do, but I have an oath. I have to go get him.
Do you want me to have you guys on standby, like calling into your butterflies while he's doing a scene, like try to snag you guys for whenever I get him, or no?
I mean, if you can. If not, I understand you could just, yeah, because I just know that, I mean, Misha has an oath.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't understand where he is and why he's not here, and that makes her worry. You can understand why.
Mm-hmm.
And the connection's still strong. She knows that connection's there.
The oath is still in place, as far as she can tell.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she definitely feels that she needs to do whatever she can to help. I mean, don't hold it off because of me.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys can just PM some messages if that's like something that you guys can't. Like, I'll pop up a live link and an invite, and if you guys can't make it, you can listen. And if whatever.
Yeah,
yep.
yeah,
Sounds good.
Do what you gotta do on that.
Mm-hmm. All right, but I think this is a good place to end part 2. Yes.
Yes.
All right. So thank you, players, for playing for as long as you've been playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching. We'll see you next time.